I saw a Chiang Mai tribeswoman put one of these arrows through a wild pig last year. I expect I can do the same to a man.
I didn't come here for you to prove that point, Dr. McAllister.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I make it my business to know who's looking for me.
Well, I'm not looking for trouble. And that's what's written all over your face. So if you'll just get out the way you got in, I'll barricade the doors and windows and try to forget I ever saw you.
Before you forget everything, maybe you'll remember this. I'm John Sable.
That's my number. But there must be some kind of mistake.
You didn't place the ad.
My memory's not that short, Mr. Sable. Hello? It's for you.
Sable.
I knew I could count on you to answer my ad. Look at her, Sable.
Who is it?
Isn't she pretty? Beautiful, even. She won't be when I'm through with her. Rumor has it that you can track a flea on an elephant. I wanted to see if you could do a little thing, like find the house behind the number. You haven't disappointed me.
Who are you?
I'm a killer, Sable, and she's my next victim. Unless you can stop me.
I said, who are you? Not what.
Do you have access to a computer, Sable? Good. Check the game's bulletin board. I'll be in touch.
What was that all about?
A job offer.
Games? Hey, baby, that's my favorite bulletin board. I log on to it all the time.
What are bulletin boards?
Exactly that, bulletin boards. You know, like outside a supermarket, only electronic. There's thousands of them. Hey, John, I'm in. What will it be? Poker, chess, laser battle, tic-tac-toe, maybe?
Just 2 minutes, Cheesecake. Just 2 whole minutes without a joke, okay? He said he'd leave me a message.
All right. 2 minutes. S-A-B-L-E. Sable. The name of the game is Find the Killer. The first rule, patience.
First, this guy says he wants to kill this woman. And he says be patient.
Maybe he's just some crazy crank.
Crazy, yeah. Crank? I don't know.
Did you tell her what he said?
No.
Well, don't you think she has a right to know? This woman's heavy duty. I mean, she's a leading anthropologist, been everywhere, done everything. She even got the drop on you with a crossbow.
First of all, it's not 2 minutes yet. Secondly, she's not in any danger. All this guy wants to do is use her as a piece of bait. He doesn't want to kill her. He wants me to catch him.
Are you sure? Look, I'll keep monitoring the bulletin board.
I'll send K-rations from the deli.
John, 2 minutes.
Heard it.
right, ladies. I ask you to share this humble testimony to sweat and toil.
This won't do. We need champagne glasses, Mr. Scavoli.
Call me Anthony, Cynthia. Or, better yet, since I hope to get to know you all much better, make it Tony.
Tony.
Besides, it's not the vessel that's important, but what's inside. Isn't that right, Miss Kendall?
I don't know, Tony. I can't wait to see what New York's literary snobs are going to do when you hit town.
They're going to shake in their shoes. Then they're going to make a place for me at their table because I am going to bring the champagne.
Rich circles have rich tastes. You sure you're ready to take that dip?
With the best agent in the country promoting me, I could take on the world.
Well, like you said, the proof is in what's between the covers. An agent is only as good as the people she represents. I like to think I'm handling the best.
Good morning. Sorry I'm late.
That's okay. No self-respecting day should start until after lunch.
Unless you have a cast iron publishing deadline, which you're working hard not to meet.
Care for a shot, Mr. Fleming?
Nicholas, this is Anthony Scavoli. He's just sold his first book.
Destined to be a future classic, I hope.
Well, then don't let me halt your festivities. Congratulations. You'll excuse me.
Hello? John. He's posted another message. Just says that the game begins at 6 tonight and to call back for another message then.
Thanks, Cheesecake. Yeah, I'll see you at 6. Okay.
You know, I half expected you last night.
I had to answer an ad.
Anthropology? I've never known you to be interested in anthropology before. Is she the one in trouble?
Yeah, someone's threatening her life.
Someone's wife, probably. You know, John, sometimes you have to let go of one thing to finish something else. Your publisher is really pushing for his holiday manuscript.
I'll try to get back to it this afternoon.
Oh, well, hallelujah. We'll be able to look him in the face over dinner tonight.
Tonight? What time?
7. 7 sharp. Your apartment for drinks. The Regency Club lounge for dinner.
I might be a few minutes late. You sure there's no way to beg off? Old Middlebury's just gonna give the same printing press lecture he's given for the umpteenth time.
Old Middlebury, your publisher, our livelihood. Look, John, he'll probably be too busy talking to Tony to notice you're dozing off.
Tony? You mean the stud emoting in Mike's office?
All 195 pounds of body and brilliance.
Since when do we have open house for the competition?
Since Middlebury suggested I add his new star to my stable. What do you think?
I think that Tony can hardly wait for the first ride.
Well, then, protect my interest. Be there at 7.
I'll try.
7:15.
I'll try.
You hear the one about the girl who decided to lose weight by eating less at the table? She decided to have a dessert between meals.
How about making this machine do what I want it to do before 6?
Well, as the king said on his way to the guillotine, you gotta have the right kind of head for these things. Sable. Game time now. Her place. Hope you can be there. In time.
Morgan? Morgan?
can't imagine what happened to him. It's not like him.
But understandable. Don't think I haven't seen him squirm when I bring up my antique printing presses.
Nick says you just inspire him to get back to work.
I can't imagine anybody thinking about work in the present company.
Take it from an agent. That's not what your publisher wants to hear.
She's giving you good advice, son. Now, when are you going to take mine and get this lady to chart your career?
Well, I've been groveling at her feet for the last 2 weeks, so I don't know what else to do or say.
Well, I do. Eden, we've known each other for a long time. Now, I've seen what you can do for people like Nick. Now, give yourself a chance to really fly. Now, listen to old Middlebury. This young man's your ticket.
You heard the boss. What do you say, Eden?
I think we should just go eat.
Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the rose lover man.
Where is she? If you've heard her.
She's not out of the woods yet, Sable. Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the rose lover man.
That's twice now. You're a one-man heart attack. Mind telling me why?
I think it might be better if you see for yourself. It's in the bathroom.
Well, I'll give you one thing. You know how to keep a person guessing. Why, that's lovely. You are full of surprises.
Even to myself. Does anyone else have a key to your place?
It's none of your business. No, nobody else has a key. Look, I did some research on you today. You're not a burglar or a murderer. My students swear you're a kind of last resort to people who don't have anywhere else to turn. But I don't see how I fit into the equation. So I'm asking again, why are you here?
Let's just say I'm interested in your welfare. And I don't want you running alone at night in the park.
And I suppose after that you want me to put 6 deadbolts on my door? Bars on the windows?
It wouldn't hurt.
Oh, it would be courting paranoia.
Or common sense.
I'm a cultural anthropologist, Sable. I've lived through revolutions, lecherous generals, and diamond hunters who tried to kidnap my villagers' children to drive us off the land. I appreciate your concern, but I like jogging. In the park. At night. What's wrong?
I used to know someone who would stand around in sweaty jogging clothes. Until she and the clothes were so stiff, you could hardly pry them apart. Keep your doors locked, Morgan. Me.
Thank you.
You should really be more careful, miss.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, Miss Farley.
Oh, I know you.
He's playing with me, Cheesecake. I got suckered and he drank it all in.
Yeah, but you still didn't tell her. What's gotten into you? Back in the Delta, you'd have fragged somebody for holding back that kind of information.
You need a caffeine fix?
No. I'm scared to take my fingers off of these keys. It took me 2 hours to crack the lid to those Atlanta databanks. The feds take their serial killing file dead serious. Sorry. Sometimes the lines just kind of pop out on their own.
And we'll feed one into the system. Maybe it'll jar a file for you.
Yeah, if this guy even has one.
He's certifiable, Cheesecake. There are bodies out there somewhere.
Whoa. There sure are. They're calling him the Rose Killer. Minimum 8, 5 more on the wait-and-see list.
All women?
Yeah, single, 30s, prominent in their professions. New York, Boston, D.C., San Francisco, L.A., Detroit. This guy loves to travel. None here in Chicago.
What's his M.O.?
Aside from the type of victims and the roses, they're all different. They just slammed the file drawer on us. Must be something coming in.
Try games again.
Sable. Another body, another clue. An alley off Astor Street.
Things happen today.
Nothing happened.
You got nothing. Move along, buddy. Joe will fix it.
Her name was Elizabeth Farley. She was a lawyer. Big firm is a airline ticket in her purse. On her way to New York.
The hell are all these dead roses?
Oh, it's horrible.
Forensics says the rose was placed in the body after she was dead. Along with the multiple stab wounds, it fits the M.O. in those other murders.
I knew you'd be back. You're the kind who can't live with half-truths, especially when it affects somebody else. Whatever it is, I can handle it.
The man who called here. white roses bring anything to mind? Anything at all, anyone?
No. Nobody. I keep thinking I've seen a white rose in a vase recently, but I can't remember where.
Then try harder. There must be someone you can connect to roses.
A lot of English soldiers. And 100 Years' War.
He's been here. He knows you intimately. And you only know him from one rose. So try to remember where that was.
If I could, don't you think I would? Dying is a rite of passage I expected to have some time to adjust to. Murder's not my first choice.
Good morning.
Hi, Nick.
Where's Cynthia?
Tony's books came this morning, and she's out mailing them to all the critics and book reviewers with the personal recommendation inside. From you. You're not going to fire her, are you?
Depends. How good's the book?
Depends on your attention span. It's longer than War and Peace.
I just have to tell you that it's amazing that the best agent in the country is also the prettiest. Mr. Fleming, sorry you couldn't make it last night.
Yeah, some things can't be helped.
Maybe we could make it another evening. Maybe tonight.
John. Say hello to Cheesecake for me.
Hello? John, another message came up on the bulletin board. He says last night was a trial run. Tonight is the real thing. I think you better start believing this lady's in trouble.
I don't know. I still think he's using her as bait.
Then maybe you ought to just stay away from her.
And he just keep killing. I gotta stop him. Meet me in the park, 6:30 Sable. 6:45.
It's
You have a pretty sick sense of humor. The roses weren't funny.
I didn't leave the roses in your apartment.
But you saw them?
Yes.
You broke into my apartment again.
He sent them.
How do I know it was him and not you? How do I know that you're not the one trying to kill me?
Only trying to protect you.
By breaking into my apartment whenever you feel like it?
I'm not the only one breaking into your apartment.
Oh, I didn't hear you come in.
A quiet approach often signals an honest heart.
Shakespeare?
Me, Tony Scavalli. In the book that'll make us both rich and famous, Memories of Our Future.
Ah, Memories of Our Future. Very Proustian title.
Yeah, people have told me that.
I don't know where Nicholas is. I've left messages for him everywhere.
Well, maybe he got tied up 2 nights in a row.
Mm-hmm. He should have called.
Look, we can go to dinner alone. I'd rather be with a pretty lady than a pretty lady and another writer.
Okay. Why not?
Why not, indeed? Tonight I want you all for myself.
Do you always get what you want, Mr. Scavalli?
Not always. But I work at it. Very hard.
You're a strange man, John Sable.
Stranger than fiction. Not as real as the truth.
Maybe it's because you won't face the truth. I suppose if I knew you better, I could understand.
Maybe.
Anyway, how am I supposed to trust somebody who hides everything? Maybe I should just call the police.
You could have done that before. I'm not hiding anything from you. This guy set you up in order to find me. I don't want to see anything happen to you.
Why did he pick you?
I'm a hunter. I think he's had enough. He wants to get caught. He's tired of the game.
Then I'm not really in danger, am I? I'm just a piece of bait in some sadistic exercise. Besides, you're the one that's playing games, painting yourself up like some African shaman, running around the city at night dressed up like a phantom. Who are you anyway? And why should I trust you anymore?
Because your life's in danger, Morgan.
You're the only danger in my life right now. If you would just disappear off into the shadows, this nut would leave me alone.
It's not as simple as that.
Well, the game, as you call it, will be over tomorrow, simple or not.
Why tomorrow?
I'm giving a lecture in New York. I leave on the 8 o'clock plane tomorrow morning. And then I'm treating myself to a week in the Caribbean. Maybe I can forget about you and this so-called Rose Killer. That's right, Sable. Go hide.
Nicholas, Tony and I have gone to dinner. At least he had the courtesy to show up, which is more than I could say for you.
Cheesecake. What do you got?
Seems our Rose Killer has very particular taste when it comes to victims.
Like what?
Like they're all first-class ladies, single, lots of credit cards, and candidates for frequent flyer of the month.
The killer traveled a lot, too. Boston, San Francisco, L.A., Detroit.
Yeah, a real Mr. Jet Set. Which reminds me, did you hear the one about the spinster who goes on vacation? She goes to no man's land.
How does Morgan fit into the profile of the victim?
Like butter on a muffin. I'll know more in a little while. I've made up a little spreadsheet on all of them.
What about the killer cheesecake? He's the one I need.
You know, John, patience is a virtue. One of the many you sometimes lack.
Cheesecake?
Yes?
You ate that whole cake today?
Look, John, I've been working at that computer all day. Now, would you try to drive your car without putting some fuel in it? If a man's gonna work, he needs a little fuel, okay?
Well, now that you're fueled up, how about getting back to work?
I've already done my work. I fed in all the data, now we wait. Even computers take time. Here, John. Eat.
Hello? Oh, my God. Would you believe I forgot? Oh, I'm glad you called. I'll meet you there in 10 minutes? No. I'll be there. Besides, I'm starving. Okay, bye.
Gone, John.
What is it?
Home run. Grand slam, my man. All the Rose Killer's victims had a preference for the same airline, Midwest Skies, and they all traveled first class. John, they were all members of something Midwest Skies has called the White Rose Club.
White Rose Club?
Yeah, it's a perk for female executives. They get free limousine service and a white rose in a glass vase served with dinner.
Check the spreadsheet again.
I compared the dates of the murders with all the flight crews flying into those cities on Midwest Skies. I got a flag on one guy, a flight steward named Gregory Dalton.
Address? Description?
Not yet. Hey, but here's something. All the victims were murdered on the night before they took their next flight on Midwest Skies.
Does Midwest Skies fly from here to New York?
Every day.
Check the morning's passenger list. 8 o'clock flight.
Got it. McAllister. Morgan. Doctor. First class.
You know, I haven't taken one of these rides in I don't know how long.
Pleasures of the evening still await us. You really are beautiful, Eden.
Tony.
I know you've been told that before. But this time it's coming from somebody who really means it.
That's sweet. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank the lucky stars that brought us together. I mean that.
I know you do.
Up-and-coming, best-selling author meets lovely and brilliant literary agent. Together they light up the world. Great story. It's almost better than the one I wrote.
Which is something we should talk about.
What, my book or lighting up the world?
Your book.
Okay, business before pleasure. Shoot.
Tony, I know how important the book is to you. But to be honest, it's not me.
You don't like it?
I just can't honestly tell you that I'm passionate about it. It's just not me.
It's the best thing I've done. I am passionate about it.
I think you should be. And I think you should find an agent who is. Tony, look, my whole concept of this business is to sell the author as well as the book. And I think I'd have a hard time doing that.
What do you mean? I thought there were real sparks going on between us.
I did too, but I don't know, Tony. Somehow
I got it. You don't want to say it, and I don't want to hear it. I got it. I'll catch a cab.
What are you going to do?
Got you, Rose Killer. I know everything about you now. Your name, what you look like. I even know your flight schedule. Look out the window. Look at your chest. I could send you to hell right now. Don't move.
Give it up!
The game is over. I caught you, Dalton. Isn't that what you wanted?
I didn't lose yet, Sable. The game isn't over till somebody dies.
It's over now, Dalton.
That means somebody has to die. I told you. The game's not over until somebody dies.
Taking a life is not a game, Dalton.
It's my game, Sable. Dalton!
Goodbye!
If I change my mind, how will I find you?
You can't!
I can put it out in the paper.
I might not answer it!
Maybe you will.
At the university. When I came home, the door to my apartment was open, and I could see some of the furniture was knocked over. I wasn't expecting anyone, so I was too afraid to go in.
Next on Sable.
I'm John Sable. I clean the streets. And you're garbage.
A guy running around dressed like me, carrying a cannon.
Who are you?
I have a message from your wife.
Same gun's been used for 9 killings, and it seems Mr. Sable is in a one-man crusade to clean up society.
This is John Sable.
Mr. Sable, I'm glad you got to me so quickly.
This is Connie Selk inviting you to stay tuned for Hotel next.
This is Peter Jennings. On Sunday, Ted Koppel and I will report on the summit in America. The Jennings-Koppel Report on Sunday.
Tuesday, 3 very different men, Eddie Murphy, Sean Connery, and Don Johnson. Join Barbara on all-new Barbara Walters Special.